Welcome back in, everybody, to the JAKIB post-game show. 1:21 a.m. Eastern time after the Eagles get their win tonight. 1-0, everybody. I got a couple fans, Eagle fans, in the green room, so we're going to go to them. I got Joe Whip. I have Matt. I have Edgar. I see all of you guys, so I'm going to get to each one of them. We got 20. I just had another person check in. My request to you guys would be if you can get your video and your mic just set, and then I'll bring you up. So let's go to our friend Joe Whip, one of our best viewers here. Right now, we're going to bring him up now. Joe, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, Zander.
What's your takeaways, man? What'd you think of the first game here? Eagles are 1-0, brother. They get the win. I thought it was a good win in Brazil, an up and down game from Jalen, from the whole team. But what were your takeaways from the game tonight?
Well, I go all the way back to the 60s at Franklin Field. My dad had season tickets, and I've seen a lot of Eagles football. And I liked some of the stuff I liked. I liked the offensive scheming by Kellen Moore. I thought the defense played better than I thought they were going to play. Although Jalen Carter's got to get some discipline. I mean, some of those penalties were just stupid.
Some of the throws too, man. That's what bothers me is the.
Well, Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Jalen Hurts just drives me crazy, because he'll make some great plays. The first interception was absolutely, I mean, he threw in the quadruple coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just horrible.
That was bad.
I thought that was going to be a pick six near the end. He got lucky. And by the way, Dotson reminds me of the guy they got rid of. Did you see him make a play on the ball?
Yeah, no, he didn't do anything. I don't even think I don't think they targeted him one time in the game.
All he did was run around like, jet sweep, and they just run off the field. So Hurts is, and he fumbled the tush push at the end of the game. That wasn't on
that. And by the way, the snap looked all right.
The snap was fine. He just went right through his hands.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Barkley was standing right behind him and fall on it. So he's got to stop turning the ball over. I don't know what he's looking at. He's got to stop flushing right and throwing it out of bounds. He's got to start either going left or actually staying in the pocket and reading the field. He had people open when he took his eyes off the field and ran to the right. There were people downfield across the middle of the field. One play had Gainwell wide open in the flat. He didn't even look at him. He just, So that was, for me, I saw a lot of good things. I thought the coach was. I noticed the stuff about Nick not going over to Hurts, and that's interesting. But I thought Sirianni was under control on the sideline. I didn't see him running around, making a fool of himself. He seemed to have better discipline himself. But the Hurts' turnovers, he almost cost the game. They should have won that game going away.
Well, yeah, they got a lot of talent on that offensive side of the ball. So I agree, man. Hurts has to clean a couple things up. But look, I don't want to overreact. I think he was a little rusty tonight. I think there was a lot of pressure, coming into this game in Brazil. So I think he's going to turn it around. But I do think you bring up some great points, Joe. I mean, he's got to get that stuff straightened out, especially if you want to reach what your aspirations are. And that's a Super Bowl with this type of roster. So we'll see what he's able to do. Hopefully he can get it all turned around.
I did notice one thing. A.J. Brown, at the press conferences after the game, they asked him about Hurts, and he says, well, you're going to have to ask him those questions. I thought that was an interesting answer.
I didn't hear him yet because I've been on the show, obviously, but I'm going to listen to him when I get off here. So I'll definitely tune in. Joe, last thought, man. What do you think the Eagles are going to do this year? Maybe we'll do a post-game show every week, so maybe I'll talk to you again. So you might not need to give me what your expectations are for the full season right now, but coming into the year, how excited are you for this team? You said you've been watching them a long time.
I think with the talent they have, they should win 12 games.
Yeah, at least, right?
Yeah, I would like to see Vic bring more pressure on third and long. So they had 3rd and 10, and they went into a soft zone, and they got burned. You watch Spags with the Chiefs, the old Jim Johnson style, 3rd and 10, he's bringing the heat. And you saw what happened when they put some pressure on Love. He made some bad decisions and poor throws. That's the whole point. It's not just to get a sack. It's to put pressure on the person to make a bad decision or a bad throw. He's got to do more of that. That sitting back in coverage when it's 3rd and 10, that's not a good idea.
I know, and
I'd like to see that change.
No, you're right, Joe. Appreciate you doing this tonight, man. Thanks for checking in on the post game show. I got a bunch of people I got to get to, so I appreciate you doing it, Joe. Good talking with you, man. Hopefully, I'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Ciao. All right. There's Joe Whip joining me. I got one more. I'm going to go to Edgar next, and then Matt coming up after that, and then Hot Sport. So let's go to Edgar now. Edgar, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Mr. Zander?
Yeah, man. How you doing? What'd you think of the game tonight?
Doing wonderful. Thanks for having me on, brother. The game, I thought any first game of the season, that's what it looked like. A lot of sloppy mistakes.
Yeah.
Turnovers, yes, he had them, but I think I put that up with not playing in preseason, not having that in-game experience, just like Sil always says. So I'm not really panicking over those turnovers, over the sloppy plays and the fumbles. I think maybe a couple of more games, then we'll know for sure where the team is. Actually.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, I think it's good to get out of there 1-0, right? I mean, when you talk
about absolutely
turnovers, you get a win in the NFL. You get a win any way you can. So I think from that perspective, it's a good thing. But what other things stood out to you tonight? What players did you like seeing out there tonight, Edgar?
You know what? I thought Jordan Davis did okay. I was expecting less from him, so it was kind of good to see him do better. He could do much better, obviously. But, he did better than expected. I thought Jaden Carter did better than, as expected for a first game. He should still do better going forward, though. Zach Vaughn, man, that guy really balled out, though. So my question for you was, do you think Vaughn can keep that up?
I think he can. I mean, look, he looked like a hungry player out there tonight. And, you hear all about it all in training camp, and you're cautiously optimistic, right? Because the guy's never really been a full-time off-ball linebacker anywhere in the league. He's 27 or 28 years old, so it's not like he's brand new to the league, but he looked hungry out there, man, tonight. He was a good player out there tonight. And, that goes in line with what we've heard from training camp. So, until I see otherwise, Edgar, I think he can keep it up. I think he's going to be maybe the surprise of the year and at a position that we need it desperately. So I think it'll be a good thing if he can step up and do that all year long.
Got the fingers crossed, brother. Hey, thanks for having me on. I don't want to take too much of the time here.
Edgar, appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on.
Have a good one.
Talk to you again soon. All right, man.
Absolutely.
There's Edgar joining us on the post game show. Edgar, appreciate that. Appreciate your membership and your super chats. Let's go to our man, Matt. I got Matt now in the green room. Yep. Matt, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Eagles are 1-0, right? Not too much to complain about.
I know it. I thought it was a good win. A little concerned with Jalen Hurts, some of the decisions with the throws and stuff, but overall a great win.
Yeah, no doubt. What you think of Saquon Barkley, man? I wanted to ask Edgar and Joe that. He's the big signing of the offseason. 3 tutties, man. First time since T.O.
I know it, man. He could have had 4. It sucks we fumbled there on the 1 yard line, but I thought it was electric, man. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, so good stuff from Saquon Barkley. I thought he was great tonight. It's going to be great to see, what this offense can do going into the year. Matt, I want to ask you, Matt, what do you think? What's the ceiling on this Eagles team this year?
Man, I was looking at it before the season, and I feel pretty confident. I had them at 13 wins, like you did. I still think we can get there. Honestly, I was looking at the schedule. We printed it out. We were looking at it earlier. I think it's a favorable schedule. I don't like to buy that early in the season, but ultimately, I see us getting about 13 wins.
Yeah, it's good, man. And look, that and the back half of that schedule is pretty favorable. So if they can get through a little bit of this early year stuff, I know the bye is early. At one point, I thought maybe it would be all right with the new coordinators. You got a lot of young guys on defense. Maybe the early bye would help everybody, but I do think overall you never want your bye week in week 5. So definitely a knock there, but I think you're right. I think the schedule's favorable. 13 wins is a good number. Appreciate you joining in, Matt. Thanks for sharing your insight after the game, brother. Hopefully I'll talk to you again on the post game show in the coming weeks. All right, man?
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Matt. There's Matt joining us on the post game show there. Appreciate Matt joining us. I got to go to Hot Sport. I like Hot Sport. That's a good name. What's up, Hot Sport? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, man. The name's actually Anton.
Okay, cool.
So
are you in the chat? It's hard to recognize.
No, so No, so I'm generally Anton in the chat, but I've actually started my own
cool.
YouTube channel recently, so I wanted to kind of come on as this. But look, I want to come at this game at a different angle from I think everybody else. Man, I'm hyped, dude. Angelo Cataldi was coming on telling us we're going to get 5 wins,
Yeah,
and then we were going to get
Angelo's way
spanked
wrong.
34-17. I remember that. I'm not going to forget that. And the fact that we were the team that scored 34 tonight, honestly, I really hyped for Nakobe Dean. Like, honestly, I didn't know what he would
Struggled
be,
in
but he made
coverage,
some.
though. He's gonna
Yeah, of
struggle in
course.
coverage.
And
Yeah.
look, this is a player who's basically played his first full game in his career, really, today. So you can expect that. And it's also game 1 of the season. But what I saw out of him is a player, and you can see why how he's put so much trust in him, why he beat out Devin White. Like, those things definitely were shown today. And Zach Bond, dude, you know what I was thinking of? Who was the guy who played for Miami last year who signed for the Vikings?
Van Ginkel, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel, right?
Yeah.
I think he looked at Zach Bond and goes, you know what? This is my Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what Johnny Mac's been saying. Maybe they're going to try and use him. I don't know if he has that type of upside as a player, but tonight he certainly looked like he did hot sports. So no doubt about it. By the way, congrats on starting your YouTube channel, man. If you need any advice, make sure to reach out to me, man. I've been doing it for 4 years, running the YouTube channel.
No worries,
It's a tough game.
You're a legend.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
a tough
you're
game.
Such a legend,
YouTube
man.
Stuff. So I appreciate that. Hot Sport, how far are the Eagles going this year, man? What's the ceiling on this team?
Dude, look, I think I've got us going to the NFC Championship game. I think the only team better than us is San Francisco. And it's small margins. I actually really think that, look, they're much better than us on defense, but if we can get into shootouts like this and our offense can carry us, I think we got better skill players than they do on offense.
Yeah, no doubt.
And better O-line.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we'll see what they're able to do. Hot Sport, thanks for joining the show, man. Hopefully I'll talk to you again soon on a post-game show coming up in coming weeks. Maybe I'll do one every week if possible. Thanks for joining me tonight, man. Great talking with you.
No worries, Zander. All good.
All right, good stuff there from Hot Sport. Appreciate him joining in. I got 2 more I'm going to go to before we wrap up here. So good stuff there. Let me go to Abe, my man. Abe, is this the Abe I think it is? Abe, is that you, my man? Is that you in the chat as Abe, the legendary Abe in the chat?
Sure is, man. Appreciate you having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for joining in, man. What were your takeaways from the game tonight?
Well, Jalen, with the 2 interceptions, those was questionable because it seemed like he was trying to take a big moment right there.
Yeah.
Like, he passed it down the middle, which made no sense. Saw Xavier McKinney down on the left side. But overall, like, the running plays was coming in clutch. You could expect Becton to do a lot this season. Bond, obviously, he was doing amazing.
Yeah, man, he looked unbelievable out there.
And then Mitchell, of course, being the first pick, he outdid himself, especially Wide Vic.
Yeah, how about that trash talking too, Abe? When he's getting up in their faces, man. I love that, right?
Did you see he got in Rashawn Gary's face on the sideline? Man, he was in his face.
Yeah, no doubt. He's impressive, man. He's better than I even expected him to be. So that's exciting, man. We haven't had a lockdown corner that we drafted like that in a long time. So if we can have him, man, I think we're in good hands. Abe, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked everybody else, man. What's the ceiling on this team this year?
Well, at first I looked at it. This Packers game was a little questionable, but I changed it about last week, 14-3. I see the only teams we got to lose against would be the Ravens, the Bengals, and I got to give one game to the Cowboys for some reason. I don't know why, but
I'm with you. I gave one to them too. Yeah,
but beginning of the first half of the season, we're gonna just do amazing, especially having this week 5 bye. It's just gonna be a clutch.
You think this is a Super Bowl team, Abe?
We'll see by week 12, just like how Sills be saying, but definitely he'll be eating crow this Monday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm going to make him eat a little bit of crow. By the way, he earlier on the pregame show, he had the Packers winning this game. Johnny Mac and I had the Eagles winning it. So 1-0 for Johnny Mac and I, and 0-1 for Big Sills. We'll be keeping track of that. Hey, appreciate you joining, man. It's so good to put a face to a name. I love having you in the chat. You're one of our best viewers, and we appreciate all your support in the chat, by the way. So thanks for joining in tonight, man. Hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. All right, brother?
Go Birds.
Go Birds, baby. All right, Abe. Good stuff. There's Abe. I got one more guest I'm going to go to tonight on the post-game show, I guess you could call it. And that's my man, Akbar. Let's bring in Akbar now. Akbar, what's going on, brother? I can't really see you.
Z, what's up, dog? Like,
How
listen,
you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm in a man cave. It's dark in here right now. Once I get on again, I'll let y'all see me, whatever. I'm smoking and I'm drinking right now. But what I see right now is Sills is right, dog. We going 9-8 this season. To me, this season looked like last season, exactly how it started with the Patriots is real fucked up. Like
So you're not high, Akbar, on what you saw tonight.
not at all, man. Like that shit
Well,
is.
what concerned you then? What concerned you? Was it the defense? Was it Jalen Hurts? What stuck out?
What concerns me is the front defensive line. We got no push.
None.
Sills was talking about how good Sweat set the edge. I couldn't call his number all night myself, but he's a defensive player, so I defer to him. But as far as our front was shit. We got no pressure at all. So that's gonna cause trouble. I listen to y'all guys every day. So I understand that the front don't get no pressure, then that's gonna cause problems for the secondary. Now, Dean, he played okay. Baum played awesome. I heard nothing from CJ, GJ at
I
fucking
thought
all.
CJ Gardner-Johnson looked weak tonight.
He looked fucking weak tonight, man. And as far as the offense, I think they need to incorporate Jalen's legs a little bit more. Like not he threw 34, 35 times tonight. I think he should throw, in my opinion, 29, 30 times a night. Like Barkley was cooking. Barkley is fucking awesome. I loved his
Yeah,
play.
he had 3 tutties tonight, man. That was that Akbar. You got to give me some silver line tonight, man. You're doom and gloom. We're 1-0.
I love the 1-0, man, but the way it's looking. Listen,
You're like Big Sills on a Monday morning, man. It's
I
all
was-
depression.
I was before I started listening to Sills. I was on I was a real how can I say? In my opinion, I'm a real good analyst. But when I started listening to Sills, it was like going to fucking school and shit. And I see what the hell he talking about.
No, you're right.
Listen. Last year, Monday, when we hear him on Monday, he's going to sound like he sounded on the Patriots. Um, um, he's going to sound just like he did on the Patriots. This is a 9-8 season. Listen, I'm an Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad like that I'm talking this way, but it is what it is, man. Like if unless they can build Mitchell played great tonight, in my opinion. I like the way Mitchell was everywhere.
He looks real
Mitchell
good.
was everywhere. Carter, I didn't hear his name at all. If Carter is double teamed, we're fucked. We have no push on the front line at all. At all. Sweat wasn't there. Did Huff play? Did he play? I don't even was he out
He
there?
left him in the States, man. They didn't even bring him to Brazil.
What is his fucking number? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's out
I
there.
hear you.
He's out there with Devin White. So like we don't have no push on the front. Zach Baum played pretty. I'm shocked. Zach Baum played pretty good. I'm very
He was
very
the highlight
shocked.
of the game on defense for sure.
I'm super shocked that he played because in my opinion he didn't play that well in the preseason, but he showed out tonight. That was good.
What about Jalen Akbar? What'd you think of Jalen tonight?
Jalen was
Turnovers.
Jalen was lackluster. In my opinion, he was half-assed tonight. Jalen, in my opinion, they need to call It's the play. Okay, you can't, as Johnny Mack says, you can't call it on the play calling. You got to call it on the players making the fucking play. So, in my opinion, Jalen was a bit lackluster. In my opinion, they need to incorporate some more RPOs on his side of things because that's what scares the whole NFL. Fucking Dan Sills is fucking right. Like like you have to incorporate him running because that terrifies it. It
Yeah, it makes it
terrifies
tough for
them.
the defenses to defend.
It terrifies them more, even more than what's the guy from Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
He can't throw like Hurts.
Is more terrifying when he runs the ball because I don't know why. He just is more terrifying when he runs the ball. You just see like nobody knows what to do, and he's just gaining yards. He's gaining yak after he runs. Like they need to incorporate a few more RPOs. I would
I hear
say
you, man.
like six more. Bring that 34 down to like 29, and the other thing is as shitty as they played tonight, they scored 34 points.
Yeah, man.
So, in my opinion, they need to score 34, 35 points every night. And they can do that, but Hurts has
Remember,
to.
they did that with 3 turnovers, Akbar. Don't
That's
forget.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's a turnover machine. Listen. After 2 years, and then you come back and you do it the third year, you're a fucking turnover machine. He's like another Josh Allen, like. But he needs to. But if he can, if he can calm that down if he can calm that down, we'll be okay. We'll score. We'll keep scoring. Well, hold up. Well, timeout. You just made a very valid fucking point. He scored 34 points and turned the ball over 3 times. That's crazy.
That
That's
means
crazy.
that means the
And
potential. Akbar, before I let you go, that means the potential is greater than what you said. You had us at 9-8. Akbar, I'm bringing you on after we win our 10th game, and I'm going to make you eat crow along with Big Sales. All right, brother?
I hope so. I
All right,
hope
man.
so.
I'll catch you on the next post game show. All right, brother?
All right, homie.
All right, thanks, Akbar. Good stuff from Akbar. Good stuff from everybody tonight. Can't thank you guys enough for the support of the channel, as always. I see Akbar sipping on his red Solo cup after he got out of here. He's enjoying his Eagles. Guys, Eagles are playing on a Friday night. Got to give Akbar some slack, man. He's enjoying his night watching his birds. So good stuff from Akbar. Good stuff from Edgar. Good stuff from Joe Whip. Abe, appreciate you, Abe. Sue in the chat. Anybody that I missed? Matt, I know Matt came on. Did I miss anybody that came on? I don't know. My brain is starting to go foggy. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss you, but I appreciate all of you guys coming on, man. You guys are the best supporters, the best chat on YouTube, no doubt. So appreciate all of you guys tonight. Great show tonight, everybody. Thanks for being here. Good stuff. How many people we got watching right now? How many likes are we up to, everybody? That's my bigger question. 530. So pretty good on that front. So appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to get out of here, get out of Dodge. I'm a little wired up. Everybody's saying get some sleep. I'm a little wired up. When you do a show like this and your Eagles play, you're wired up. That's how it goes. You don't get to bed till 3, 4 o'clock when you're wired up like that. So appreciate all of you guys being here. I'm going to run one more commercial break, and then I'm going to get out of Dodge. So appreciate all of you guys. Hit that like button on your way out, and we'll catch you. I'm going to do some shows tomorrow, by the way, because I don't want to leave you hanging on Saturday after an Eagles game. So appreciate all of you guys being here. I'll catch you tomorrow on JAKIB Sports. Make sure you guys tune in, and we'll see you next week.